Still alive, be still, go! I saw that the other day.
When you did it?
Yeah.
Then you intro. We're back with episode, I don't know.
I think it's 8.
Episode 8. We're climbing.
We're about 6 with just us 3.
Yeah. This is the podcast group right here. But welcome back to the Dog Track. This is our podcast for the BSG boys where we just talk about everything golf. Our golf game, the pros golf games. Today we're going to talk about some Scotty Scheffler stuff, some topics with the pros, and then he played in the Scramble today, just fresh off the course, so we'll dive into
Fresh
that too.
sunburn off
Fresh
the course.
sunburn off the course.
Nice.
First day with sunshine in a while. We were talking, I was like, this is the nicest day since I got back from Hawaii weather-wise.
Oh, yeah.
There was no rain, course was dry, and of course I didn't have sunblock.
Got toasted. So we actually, before we started recording, we couldn't find the notes, but Brady found them. So
Got it.
that man, what we got going on?
All right. So we're going to do a little Masters recap. So obviously, Scotty Scheffler wins the Masters. Should he still be considered number one golfer in the world?
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely. I really think the number one title goes as it's yours until you do something to lose it.
Oh, yeah.
So until he falls out of like a top 5 or top 10 cut or finish, I think he's
Kind of like how college football works.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of confusing how the golf rankings work. Like sometimes, like previously it was John Rahm, and I feel like he was number one, but he wasn't really winning. So like, how did he get number one?
Right. I mean, he really snuck in there. Like,
Yeah.
It was really crazy looking back. I think in the past 2 months, he's won 4 out of the last 6 starts he's made, which is insane.
And he's made more money in those 4 starts than John Rahm made as number one last year entirely.
Right.
Which I want to circle back to that at one of the last questions. I want to come back to that thought because I saw something, but we'll get into that in a minute. But so what do you think? Should he be number one?
I think he should. I think a lot of people, I guess they're underestimating like his ability.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like they're just kind of, I don't know, I guess because he's so young.
He's 25,
and
right?
and he just like, I guess got there so quick. They're just like, there's no way he's that. But, I mean, right now he's the best golfer there.
I don't think you can argue with, like you said, winning 4 events in the past 6 months.
Right.
Who else would be number one?
And the Masters.
Yeah. The first major of the year.
Yeah.
And he's probably a favorite to win a lot more majors this year.
Well, that's the crazy thing is that he wasn't the favorite coming into the Masters, and I think he's still not the favorite like right now.
So, going to future tournaments?
Well, yeah, just in future tournaments like John Rahm and maybe like I heard rumors of Rory being even higher. Like people like taking him.
You can cut it back to I said it before. Rory will never win another PGA Tour event ever. He got
close.
He got close, but that's only. He can only do it one day.
He's only good when there's nothing on the line.
Yeah. He had nothing. I mean, I would have loved to have seen him win just because I want to see the Grand Slam. But
and he's a good guy.
Yeah, Scotty had too big of a lead. Did you see the comment where he was like that morning? He's like throwing up. He's so nervous.
He was crying.
He wasn't ready for the moment.
Yeah.
God, that's so crazy.
You wouldn't think it until maybe the end where he
the 4-putt.
The 4-putt, which
one of us.
Yeah. He said I hadn't lost focus all day, and I got up there and it was like a 6-shot lead.
Oh yeah,
or 6 or 5 shots.
It was
And then he's like, I breathed. He said I knew I could do this, and a 4-putt.
How crazy was it? Foreplay talked about it, I think, on the recent episode. He was listing all the people that Tiger beat, and then Trent was like, "Is that a shot at these people?" But when you think of it, it's like this man ain't played golf in how long, just almost lost his leg, and then comes out there and makes the cut.
Yeah.
So beats half the people already, and then makes the cut and still beats people.
Yeah.
Like that just kind of shows, I think, how good he is.
Then he was smiling.
Yeah.
Like he was so happy to finish the way he did, even though he said I put it a million
times.
Yeah,
he did. I'm not gonna lie. After day one, I was very excited. I was like, "Oh God, it may be happening."
Yeah, and I'm glad y'all brought that up because the next topic was Tiger has played 72 holes at Augusta, and now he's confirmed for the Open.
Oh yeah, he looked fine too playing the Augusta, competitive wise. Like he don't look like he couldn't handle more golf.
Yeah.
The Open though, we're talking about St. Andrews, right?
Right.
I don't really know much about St. Andrews. The course link style, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know his advantage on that. I definitely don't think he's a winner in the major, but I think he's going to compete again.
Yeah, and I keep hearing that he's going to be more competitive. I guess
as he gets stronger and heals.
Yeah,
more too.
they said that the course it should set up better for him. I mean, he's won there I don't know.
He's won everywhere.
Yeah, I know he's won there before. I don't know if he's won there multiple times, but I know at least once before.
Yeah.
But so
they said the Masters was real hard on him because it's so hilly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can't see it on TV, but there's so much where everything's blind because it's so up and down.
It did
really
give
wears.
me hope to see him play that well, to think that he may win another major.
Yeah. Those shots that he hit, I don't know if y'all got to watch much of the first round, but they were talking about it today in today's episode on Foreplay. But those shots that he hit on like the third hole, the fifth hole, when he was hitting those long mid irons, and he was putting them like within like four or 5 feet. I mean, they said that was like
vintage.
Yeah, vintage Tiger coming back.
I can't imagine. And like the fact that he beat Spieth was one of the people, right?
Yeah, and Bryson.
Bryson. Mr. Par 67.
Bryson just came out and said he's having surgery.
No, he had it today.
Yep.
On his hand?
Yeah, shoulder, hand, something. What was it?
I think it was his hand.
He posted a photo today of him on Instagram in his hospital bed.
Mm-hmm.
You almost think it's
fake.
Staged. Yeah, because he's not living up to the hype of. He downgraded the Augusta to the par 67, and then he's instantly been in decline since.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like you fake an injury, you're like, let me just take a picture. Can you put me in a gown real quick?
Make it look like I had surgery?
Just put the tape on the back of my hand. Make it look like I got it.
Meanwhile, he's still pushing out YouTube videos with his BSGCUT, whatever they're called. Bryson, I think it's just got to be the right course for Bryson. And he's got to be hot. He's not going to go be a guy that wins a ton of majors and all that kind of stuff, I don't think.
Do you think it's the technology?
He's too involved in it.
There's too much. It's sort of like Jordan, Michael Jordan with the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, yeah.
Like, everybody says yes to him. And I think Bryson's on the same thing because they know they have no more big names with Cobra like Ricky. He's not going to win.
He didn't.
Poor guy.
Who sent them? It was one of y'all sent the meme. It was like just three guys looking at each other that aren't playing the Masters. Jason, Dave, Ricky. And
I like that one a lot.
Which we were talking about this before. We can jump into it real quick about brands and Cobra. Because today on the way back, somebody said something about Cobra, and I said I read an article about them talking that other than the name, it's really not that good of a club and stuff. Yeah. And then you sent a thing from My Golf Spy, and it was like the wedges were worse than the Ping Glide wedges and stuff.
Yeah.
And so who they got? They've got Gary Woodland, Bryson, and Ricky, pretty much.
Yeah,
that's it. I don't know anybody else.
I don't either, honestly.
Are they becoming
and
a
PXG? This was the Cobra guy.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know anybody else.
The Cobra guy.
Yeah. But look at the hat. Look, matching hats. Just a slight different color.
I can quit hashtagging Cobra Golf on our post.
Yeah.
We're moving.
We're moving on.
Well, Jeremy just bought a new Cobra driver. Is he going to stick with Cobra irons, you think?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I've heard him talking about he was looking for something new, but I don't know if he's looking for a new brand or just an upgrade.
Do you think I don't know why he didn't get, or is he going to go get fitted with the driver? Did he say?
I think,
the driver. He just bought the driver off the shelf.
So he's just planning on just hitting it.
Yeah.
Do you think that the only reason he bought that Cobra driver, now that he has some money, he wanted new clubs, is that because when I sold him the Cobra irons a long time ago, it's the first brand he's ever used, and he's like,
he's in love with it.
Yeah.
That's a funny thing too. Like, that's kind of how it was with me.
Yeah.
When I first started playing, my grandpa gave me. I was using his old irons, which were like Cobra Snakes, which were. I mean, I don't know if they were a knockoff of those or if they were just like. I mean, they were like '90s clubs. You
felt like you had to be Cobra.
Yeah, and I was like, that's a cool brand, just because this is what I'm hitting now, so I might as well try their new stuff.
Now Cobra.
Yeah, and I wanted to get into like what y'all thought about. This was the drop zone question, but we can get into it now. What manufacturing brands are like top tier and all the way down to bottom tier? Like if you see somebody rolling out there with like Wilson irons, do we really look down on them anymore?
Oh yeah.
I mean, Wilson.
Well, I do.
You do? Well, Wilson, I'm here for you, baby.
Yeah.
No, when I think Wilson, I do think Walmart because they got everything. And like if I was to say, I'm new to golf, I want to start golf, I'm gonna go to Walmart and buy golf clubs, I would imagine Wilson being on the rack.
Or Top Flight.
Yeah, or Top Flight on the rack. But now that like the stuff I see online, and like I think Rick Shields had Wilson at one point.
I trust Rick Shields.
Yeah,
I know my Golf Spy tried to discredit him.
Rick Shields?
Yeah, they did. I saw him arguing about it.
But he tests a lot of clubs, and for him to say, okay, I'm gonna put Wilson's in my bag.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think and Zach had texted me. He said, what if one day, like, because we're talking about us getting club sponsorships. He's like, what if PXG messaged us? And I was like, oh, I don't know if I could do it.
Exactly.
But then again,
I just hate those ads every time I watch a US YouTube video. This is Bob Parsons, not Flash Bryson.
I hate those.
But how bad do you think PXGs really are?
I don't like them.
There's a
Have
couple.
you hit them?
No, but they look awful. Like, I don't know. I can't get over the way they look. I feel like they made them for old guys with a lot of money.
I feel like the drivers and stuff are ugly. The irons, I think,
I like
the dots
the
kind
irons.
of cool.
They look they remind me of the Callaway Jaws.
Oh yeah, I'm torn between if I see somebody roll up on the course and I see PXG irons, I'm like, oh, he knows how to play, and to compare. And then sometimes I'm like, oh,
He
that
got
guy
the
just.
weave slash prices.
Yeah.
He got the slash price.
So I'm like, I don't know, but I've never swung them. I don't know.
I saw Foreplay that posted the other day if you had to build out a perfect bag.
Did that PXG in the bag?
No.
Oh.
But
They
it
were
was
probably
like,
all tailor made because they're
Of
all
course,
small.
yeah.
no. So they said, or it might not have been Foreplay then because there's
Oh, yeah,
they
that's-
have limitations on what they
Yeah.
can say.
Yeah,
but it was
they're
like
sponsored-
tailor-made
sponsored
woods,
athletes.
Yeah.
Mizuno irons,
I feel like
Titleist wedges.
Yeah.
So the SM9s or whatever, and then a Scotty for a putter.
I do agree. I think TaylorMade is probably the. If you looked at the leaderboard at the Masters, almost everybody on the leaderboard was TaylorMade athletes.
Yeah, Scotty, Rory,
Yeah.
Colin.
And I'm
Yeah.
thinking driver, 3-wood hybrid, TaylorMade is probably hands down.
Yeah.
Irons, I don't know. But if I could go build a bag like you said right now, I'd probably, even though I love my ping stuff, I'd probably get. You don't really see ping athletes in the top of the leaderboard very often.
But they make good stuff. Like
They
make. I'd say their quality stuff is definitely better, than Cobra and Callaway and stuff like that.
Yeah, Callaway, their drivers and stuff. I'm not all about that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like the look of Callaway, and I almost. So when I got into it, I had my grandpa, or me and Jeremy both started with my grandpa's
R.I.P.
Big
Jack.
Bertha. Yeah, R.I.P.
We miss you.
We had his Big Bertha irons.
Yeah.
From like '86.
Oh, I remember when
And
they
they
came
were
out.
terrible. So then I went to buy a Callaway bag, and Mitch was like, "I got a Titleist bag."
So that swayed your whole.
Yeah, it's like because
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, because I wanted to match.
Yeah.
So I bought Titleist hats, and I bought AP3s. So I played Titleist
Yeah, you're
irons
all
forever.
Titleist. Scotty putter.
Yeah, had the TS3 and Scotty putter.
SM7s.
7s, yeah. And then I was like, let me look into what's going to work well for me.
Yeah.
And now I have TaylorMade woods, Callaway irons, Cleveland wedges, and then putter.
What'd you tell? So Zach's the only one in the group I think that's actually went and got fitted from head to toe.
Minus the wood, my woods aren't fitted.
Okay.
I just bought stiff.
When you walked in
Strong.
there, were you like, was the guy just like swing these irons, or were you like, I want Callaway, and so you got fitted for Callaway?
No, so I went in to buy the P790s,
Oh yeah.
and then they didn't have them because it was 2021, mid-COVID, so everything's on short supply. I was swinging. I really hit the Maverick irons real well because he was like, "What's your budget?"
Oh.
And I was like, under 1,000 or whatever. And I was hitting the Maverick so well, and I was like, I won't buy them. I'm really going to keep them for 4 or 5 years at least.
Yeah.
So then I just wanted to step up and got the Apex deep cavity back. And I mean, I feel like I get more loft than anybody we play with on shots
I
when I
agree.
hit them well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a stigma like, so every year when companies come out with their big driver, and they always have a set of irons that matches that driver. I'm about to sneezing's coming. I feel like, so like the stealth, and now they're stealth irons.
Hashtag pollen 2022.
I feel like those are always the worst irons the company can put out compared to like if you were to get the P790s or P760s, but they always have the stealth irons or like the whatever the
Yeah.
Callaway driver is. They have the rogue irons.
I think there's a certain market that wants every part of their bag to match.
I do.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I'm sure if they put out stealth wedges,
Oh yeah, somebody get
would
them.
buy them.
Which
Yeah.
I used when I first. I guess it's when you first start golf because I had the Nike
I was
irons.
gonna say that, but I think more beginners go after stuff like
and they
that.
want everything the same.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I don't care what my stuff. I just want something that works. Like I have nothing in there that matches right now.
Yeah.
Those ones like the P790s or 770s, like I'd say well, I guess it's the Mizuno 223 Pros, like Grant and Garrett have.
Oh yeah.
Like those clubs, they're not.
Hashtag we love you.
Yes, sir. Those clubs are definitely more players' irons. I think like even the ones I got, the JPX, I think they're closer to the players' irons than some of those like the
other ones.
Sim 2s and Stealth
stuff
irons.
like that. Sim 2s.
My dad has the Sim 2 Max irons, which they look good. Like they don't.
Yeah.
They're definitely not.
Do they have the little bar that goes up, or is that the?
I can't
has
remember.
like has a bar.
He's got the M6s.
Oh, that's what
okay.
M6 is.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly what they look like, but they don't look terrible. Like for him, I mean, he don't care. So
I want my bag to look good.
Exactly.
If I ain't gonna play good, I'm gonna look good.
Which is like we were talking about Wilson a while ago. When you think about Mizuno, they just recently like started. Okay, Mizuno's like top notch golf. Like I don't think when I first got into golf, Mizuno wasn't a big deal. Like,
I mean, you remember what Mike Bryan said the other day? He said they're only good for gloves and cleats.
That's what he did say. But now
he don't need no sponsorship. BSG.
Who plays Mizuno on tour though?
Luke Donald and
I haven't heard Luke Donald's name probably since 2012.
Keith Mitchell's the other guy.
Oh yeah, so
Keith Mitchell's pretty decent. I mean, he can have a day every now and then.
But you know, when you get to the tour, it's not about what's best. It's about whatever someone's going to pay you to play.
Because you can swing any club.
Yeah. Right. Which is why, like, Brooks swung.
Strixons.
Well,
that's what he's playing now.
But before that, he would play whatever was in his.
I don't know if he was playing tireless. I think he was playing tireless at one point.
But, I mean, he would swing whatever. But once they say, hey, we're going to give you a couple $1 million to play this a year. I mean, it don't matter if it's the best or not.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard stories of people like, man, I'm a ping athlete. And I put a ping head cover over my TaylorMade driver. So I hit a TaylorMade driver, and then I put a ping cover back on it. Like there was I have to find it, but it was a couple years ago back. I read about people doing that on tour. Like they pulled off their head cover, and it wasn't even the brand they were endorsed by.
That's funny.
So I'd play with Wilson. If you want to send clubs, I'm here. I'll play them clubs. Don't listen to these two. They're Mizuno.
I don't know any of their models anymore, but I remember when Rick Shields put those in his bag. That was maybe like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, Wilson.
They look
okay.
good. Some of them look good.
They look similar to the P770s with that chrome finish on them.
I want something Mizuno so I can get one of these hats. These things are... Y'all look like we are just endorsed right there.
We are.
Maybe we're trying to foreshadow something.
I really like my Mizuno golf club. I think...
You wear a Mizuno glove?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they got them at the fields now. I almost bought like 4 of them the other day.
The gloves?
Yeah,
Amazon.
they look awesome.
So we're about to start targeting Mizuno.
BSG.
I don't want to be like...
Mizuno.
The only reason I didn't buy them, I don't want to have like too much. You don't want to be like just head to toe.
Yeah. Luckily, they don't make polos. I don't think. Real quick, while we're talking about the Masters, this was on there last week. Well, we didn't ask it, and I don't want to say just Augusta. Let's throw it out. Point. Do you think if we're at Point University Golf Club and you were 50 yards from the middle of the green every hole that you could shoot par under?
In the middle of the green?
50 yards from the middle of the green.
Oh, okay.
So that could be
pretty much the opposite side of the hole from the pin, maybe?
Yeah, well, the pin could be front, back.
Oh, okay.
But you took the middle of the green and you went back in the fairway 50 yards. Every shot's a 50-yard shot.
Okay.
And the hole stays the same par.
Like
par 5.
Because I played reds like we talked on the last episode, and I was only 5 over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but so pretty much you're swinging the same whatever your 50-yard club is.
Boy, you'd be hot swinging that wedge by the end of the day.
So Zach said,
I was about to say you'd probably be mad.
So next time we go to Point and we film a round, Zach's gonna play 2 balls, his normal one, and then we're gonna put him at 50 yards in the hole. We're gonna see if he can do it. Under par or at par?
Under. It's got to be under.
Well, we haven't told him yet about... So, you branched out and did the red.
Yeah,
We've all been talking about doing it. Zach did it.
I did it.
And what happened?
Fantastic. It was the most fun solo round I played because everything's in reach.
Yeah.
There's not... The par 5 is an easy get up into.
What was like hole 1 like?
Hole 1, I hit 250 or whatever. Didn't even hit it great.
But you still clear that hill.
Yeah. I'm way towards the bottom of the hill, so I'm swinging a 52 or my A wedge just to get up and, I mean, you can 3-putt from par
and
from
make
that
par.
part.
So what about hole 5? What's it like from the reds on hole 5? Does it take that tree out of place so you can cut the corner?
Yeah, I cut the corner.
I was about to say, I think you told me
I swung 3-wood and cut the corner on hole 5.
Wow.
And then I had to wait. I was only 160 out.
I was about to say the corner is usually about 200 yards out. So if you can cut it, you got to go. You're in good.
Because you're way down there. So if you could have nice lick on it.
So
I just won 3 wood because I was worried the driver was too much.
So you were able to get up for the most part on all the par 5s? And
all of them, yeah.
That's
Even the
fun.
4s. I mean, even the 4s, I was very close. Par 3 still give trouble. That's
Yeah,
the worst part.
you're hitting even shorter
Nothing
wedges
changes.
shorter shots.
The
than
par 3s are always just tough.
I would love to go out there and film a video from the Reds and just see what we do.
I had
I'm for the next time we play somewhere.
You play Reds?
Well,
Yeah.
see, I had this idea, and it kind of goes off of that, but I sent it to Casey earlier this week. Playing, I mean, we could do it at point. That'd probably be the funnest place to do it. But playing the entire course as a par 3 course. Just like moving up, picking different yardages.
So you can
Oh,
make
yeah.
different
Like
holes.
every hole would turn into a par 3 and just see if we could shoot. I mean, I don't know,
Shoot good.
maybe like around par.
I told Brad, I said, I think I can shoot good, and I think about going to the par 3 course on Lagrange, and I think I'm going to shoot
But-
good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even do good on par
We
3
we
courses.
still need to get out there and record
I
and
know,
take
so many-
Brady so he can see the
Yeah, he's never
greens.
seen it yet. There's so many. This is a better green than
Yeah.
this
This is better than a lot of them.
yeah. But no, I'm down for like, because I don't get the stigma of tee boxes. I feel like it's just, I don't know, like if you go to go-kart racing and there's different tracks you can race, I feel like it's the same. There's just different, it makes the golf course different.
Yeah.
So it really gives you Point University Golf Course, instead of playing the same all the time, it gives you a new course.
And you're playing fast.
Oh, yeah, because it's quick.
That was a problem I had. Run up on somebody every
And
time.
you're playing
because-
solo.
Yeah, because I was playing solo, and then I'm playing almost half the distance on a lot of the holes. Like hole 2, just missed the green left.
Do you have a driver?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
just missed the
Sent
green
it.
left. Hole 4, it's
Uh-oh.
fantastic.
Brady's out there whipping it.
Dirt bike.
I'm waiting for Brady to get me on a bike, by the way.
Let's go.
Anyways.
But hole 4, you're across the stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You're
just-
across the
Oh,
hole.
you tee up. Yeah, I remember.
So I was that far off the green.
I've hit
I
second
mean, it was a
shots
great
from that
day.
before.
Yeah. Yeah, insane.
I've been there plenty of
I
times.
said I know it's a hybrid shot because I've been there too many times.
Exactly.
We need to just do that next time we're out there. Just go to Reds and play it and film it. So how about a PGA Tour, a course set up for a PGA Tour event? You're 50 yards out every time. You think you're making par? Greens are fast and all that.
I don't know. Their greens are so.
I was about to
tough.
say that. It just depends on the green.
If it's like Augusta Sunday greens,
I still don't know how many times I would hit the green from 50 yards out.
Yeah,
Honestly.
that too. It doesn't seem that hard in your head, but
Yeah.
getting out there and doing it, it's a different story.
Then you start wondering, do I use like a P wedge and just
Just
bump and run,
run it up.
and it runs a mile,
Yeah.
or do you?
Because we
put
never
some
played
spin
on.
it?
I guess Maple Ridge was probably the quickest greens we played on.
And that's why I got a different putter.
Whenever I played the fields the other day, this is the first time that the wind has been blowing so hard that it affected my putts,
Oh,
like
really?
downhill and putting into the wind and putting downwind.
It was cold that morning too, wasn't
It
it?
was pretty chilly.
Yeah.
I putted into the wind on the putting green, and it's kind of up on that hill,
Uh-huh.
and it was blowing so hard that I hit 2 shots. One with a gust of wind came in, and it stopped halfway short of the pin,
Oh,
and the
man.
other one rolled all the way out.
And
I mean, very, very strange.
their greens are usually pretty quick too.
And they played very fast because of that. I guess the wind dried everything out even
Oh, yeah.
more when we got into the round. And I literally I hit 9 greens in regulation, had 9 birdie putts, and I 3-putted 8 of them.
Goodness gracious. Them greens are hard to figure out though.
A good question to think about is how much do you let the wind bother you mentally when you're putting? Like if I start feeling the wind in my face, I'm like, oh,
I
I got to give it gas.
I've never usually thought about it until that day. Like that was the first time I've ever really.
I haven't either. I usually,
I
it
feel
only
like
bothers
it's
me
a
on the
mental
tee box
block.
or like second
Yeah.
shots.
I try not to think about it even when I'm hitting other shots because I'm like, it's going to do whatever it's going to do.
Oh, yeah.
Like no matter how I try to change my swing, really.
I have no hope anyways. My
You
ball
ever-
flights left to right every
Do
time.
you ever aim, like if you're 100 yards out and you feel the wind blowing left or right, do you ever try to aim for a different side of the green and just think? I think I play PGA on
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Xbox
See-
too much,
see,
and you see the wind, you're like, oh,
I think it affects it way more on the video games than it does in
Me
real
too.
life. I've never seen it do
The
something
only thing I
like
get
that.
excited about is like when it's blowing hard right to left. I'm like, it's finally gonna straighten my ball up for me, so I can
I
kind
can
of
just
aim.
do my normal
I can
thing.
just aim at it, but then usually it just still does. The wind's not even that big.
Or
a
you
factor.
just, when it's blowing hard right to left, you're like, oh, I can just swing this stick.
Yeah, just
Tack
rip
swing
it.
the drop, it ain't gonna slice now.
It's funny we say don't really do anything, and then when it's in your face and you're driving, you're like, I got to step off. Or you drive and you're like, the wind caught it, and you're like, no, that's how far your ball always goes when you drive it.
Or you start teeing it like, you're like, I gotta play a stinger.
Yeah.
I don't have that in my ball in my bag.
You start thinking, when have I ever hit a stinger before?
Did I hit a stinger on purpose?
Let me grab the two. I took the 2-iron out of my bag. I went back hybrid. I took the 2-iron. I got to the point I was like, I'm 200 yards out. This thing does me no good.
Yeah, I swing my hybrid.
So I need to put the
Every
hybrid
time.
in. Which this will be a question y'all let us know too. I was talking to Brady about. Do you think I'm better off when I go get fitted getting irons and keeping my setup, or it's going to be about the same cost, or should I just get fitted for a driver 3-wood hybrid and leave my irons the same? What do you think would benefit?
What are you going to use most?
Well, probably the driver 3-wood hybrid.
I don't think irons.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
let him tell you how old the other clubs are.
Well, my irons are like 10 to 12 years old.
yeah.
But I don't know how much of a difference that'd make compared to I'm using driver, and my driver's broke, by the way.
Yeah.
My
But
3-wood's
you did great with.
I know, it's still in the bag.
You think?
I just put the other head cover on it so it looks new.
No, I'm talking about when we played in that tournament using my Sam.
Oh, yeah.
My Sam
See, that
2,
thing-
he had a lot of pop with my driver.
That's what I'm thinking. My putter's newish, my wedges are newish. I feel like I can still play great with my irons.
I'm very consistent.
I would just get a driver 3-wood hybrid, and then I feel like I'm way better.
Yeah.
I got
Do you
fit.
need to really get fitted for them, or is this?
I've got to get fit. I can't just go buy them no more. I told myself next time I spend that much money, I'm getting fitted.
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Thinking about you.
Dude, you're spending too much money not to get fitted. You think he will take those clubs with him? He's going to the Superstore Saturday, right? What was in that picture? Was that a driver 3-wood?
Had to been. I don't know.
I don't know.
Look like a driver head cover.
No, he sold the 3-wood on Facebook. So
The Rogue.
Yeah.
But he's getting a Mizuno one.
But you know when we played in our film video, he had the Stealth driver, Stealth 3-wood
Oh, yeah.
toward the wrapper off both, and then he had the Mizuno driver
This was
and Callaway
Wasn't
3-wood.
this just a couple weeks ago?
Yes.
He's only been like 6 weeks.
The Stealth driver, brand new, he got it, and now it's gone.
That's why when I say there's different levels of golf spin. Like mine's here, everybody else is about here. Mitch's is up here. He's different. He's
Mitchell-
built different.
I would love to know how much money Mitchell's lost on golf clubs. He moves product quick, and it's not like he buys it and sells it for more. He probably sold that Stealth. I don't know, but he lost money on it. And now he's getting back to the Mitchell. Remember when y'all first met him, and I met him, he was the Mitchell that had the newest of everything. Then he sold all his golf stuff, went to Mitchell that had nothing named, like old Mizuno irons, he didn't have full
But
wedges.
no, when he had the newest, I mean, I literally think the first year I knew Mitchell, he had 3 new sets of irons, at least 4 drivers. Because he rotated back to the Callaway.
Oh, yeah.
Because he went Callaway, TaylorMade.
He had 2
Had
Callaway.
the Cobra, and then went back to Callaway.
He had the Epic.
Yeah.
I still remember the story. Me and him were playing Stillwaters, and I went to his house to ride with him because he lives close. We get to his house. He goes, I got to go to Dick's real quick. I got to order pickup. I said, all right. So we went to Dick's. They bring out the Callaway driver. He gets it. We go to Stillwaters. We get the whole one. He pulls out the Ping G14 and goes, here you go. You can have this. And just hands it to me because now he has that new
I
Callaway.
told Jeremy, originally I didn't like Mitch because I knew he would give you this stuff,
Everything.
and I was so jealous.
I had everything. My 3 was from Mitchell. He bought that 2-iron and gave it to me. He bought that driver, gave it to me.
I bought all my stuff used, and he would just give stuff to guys like, I hate you. Just from pure jealousy. I was like, give me something.
I had so much from all that stuff. But yeah, y'all probably get
He's a
fitted.
good dude.
Yeah, great dude. Give us some more clubs. I'll probably get fitted for a driver 3-wood hybrid, I think. I'm leaning towards that and just keep playing my Nike irons. I think.
I would keep hard.
And because I think I want to go test out some Mizuno stuff. I'd love
There's
to
been
have
a
that.
couple of shots where you put hurt feelings on people with them irons.
I'll just keep the Nike irons till
Josh
one breaks. Josh King calling you out. Which, I kind of got Brady into the whole pickle of that. We'll talk about that later. What we got next on the...
Well, the next thing, if you want to get into it, I know this has been boiling for a couple of weeks, maybe a few weeks now. You and Jeremy's little
Scrub. He's a scrub.
We haven't had much trash talk lately, so if y'all want to get into it, I think that's pretty funny.
Some old 1990 WWE. Jeremy, you're a scrub. You're a loser. Meet me on the course.
NWO versus
Yeah,
We're not,
the Wolfpack. No, I mean, I don't know what it is about me. I think it's when I worked with him at the shop, we had a sheet, and I was like, I think if we played 100 matches, it would end with me 83 wins, you 17. And ever since then, he's always trying to do it, like beat that. And it just gets so intense between me and him. It's not like I could lose to you. It's not a big deal.
When we started playing, Jeremy, Bean, and you were so competitive. I told Jeremy, I said, I do not like even playing with y'all. I said, I'm not good right now. I said, if you hit a bad shot, it just ruins your day. I'm trying to go play and have fun. And I think that's the point where you and Jeremy are at now.
Oh, yeah.
If either one of you loses, it's miserable. We played today in a scramble. It was me, Jeremy, Bean, and Ryan. Get in the cart, Ryan.
Get in the cart, Ryan.
But he was great today, and it was so much fun because there was no pressure.
Yeah, scrambles are always fun because it's like...
You don't care. If you hit a bad shot, it's whatever. But I think that's where you and Jeremy work at. Yeah, I think y'all are speaking for. I'm just glad I'm not the one.
Jeremy,
in that
he ain't here to
battle.
defend himself, so you know I'm your daddy, Jeremy. It's always the worst when he beat. Like I love whooping his tail.
Have y'all ever played like a scramble together? Like y'all been on a team?
We've only been on a team once, and that was against him and Mitchell. We whooped him and we dominated, but nobody ever lets us be on a team together.
I always thought. I thought it was
Traditionally,
funny.
they had the lower handicap.
It would be hard for me, like me and Jeremy on a team together, and he hits a good shot. It'd be hard for me to say good
That's
shot.
why I wanted to ask. Would y'all be like still going at it?
That was all right, I guess. Let's go ahead and play.
So because of that, me and Casey were on the team so much, and that was when I was sending 300-yard drives.
Oh, I loved it.
And it was so much talk.
Anytime we could play, I love to be against Jeremy just because I love. Because either one of us will start chirping, and like the other one just.
They cannot stop it.
No, you can't stop.
It's like a disease. If one of you chirps at the other,
that's how it was.
Long.
That's how it was when we played Jeremy and Mitch.
Oh, yeah. I think you and Jeremy are so similar on the chirping that
it's just I think
once either one of you gets going, it's like here we go.
It starts with I think because we worked together, so we had to see each other all the time. If we would have never worked together, and it would have been normal, I think. But it's
like now between us three, it's all normal because we don't work together.
Yeah. And I don't care. I could lose it. Like I go out there and I'm like, crap, I lost to Brady. I expect to lose to Brady. I expect to hopefully beat you.
Hey, no expectation. Let's go off the last
match.
We need
to go to Indian Pines.
But Indian Pines, I got magic up there.
We need to go play that match. Indian Pines again. That ball disappeared in the fairway. Ball. And don't act like.
No, that was a gallery drop.
Didn't you beat me by one stroke that day?
No, it was. I think it was at least 2.
Get out.
It was at least 2, and we had one on hole 9. We're coming up. I drive center of the fairway. And
he says center
of the fairway.
Disappeared.
He says.
But then I was up.
No. Then Jeremy says, "Let's just let him drop in the center with no penalty, since the ball was here anyway."
It was, and there was people on our backs because it's always
I don't
packed
remember
there.
people on our backs.
Well, then we get to about hole 15, and I'm up. I put the driver up.
He just went.
I went hybrid.
Oh, yeah,
I went hybrid off the box for the rest, and it was.
Oh,
it's pure.
But it ain't that bad to lose to Zach. I mean, I'm probably 87-1 against Zach right now.
But the current champ is here. That's all that matters.
So it ain't that bad. It's just Jeremy I don't want to lose to. And Mitchell's easy to beat. What am I talking about? He's easy.
Outside that 87 when he beat Jeremy.
God, that random 87.
I ain't never seen him shoot that well.
Random 87.
And then that 77.
My favorite though about the golf gods is what Jeremy always calls them, is how when the match I had to leave and he gives me crap about the hundreds, and then the next time me and him go out and play and he shoots over 100, I was like, oh, this is like instant ammo for me.
That's where it started, because me and Jeremy have been going these like late Sunday afternoons, and then and then I didn't mean to throw him under the bus like that, but I was like, I know he didn't keep up with his score, but it probably wasn't going to be great. But I didn't realize until like towards the end that he was in a time crunch too. And he had to go somewhere, and he was really trying to hurry up, and there was people playing slow in front of us. But his phone was being blown up. I could tell, and I could tell he was getting anxious. So I shouldn't have said all that.
But there's no better thing for me as me and Jeremy go fighting back and forth than for me to have that terrible round for the very next round for him to shoot over 100.
That's the worst part about golf.
Oh yeah, you never know what's gonna happen.
We could go on a softball field, very consistent. I'm not gonna miss any hits. I'm going to make contact on every swing. But you go out and golf, you could not hit nothing today, and then the next day you go shoot your personal best.
There's no reason for us to go to point and not be able to shoot like 80s and low 90s. Why the heck are we shooting in the 100s still at point? Makes no sense.
No, not us.
No.
Don't put all us in the hundreds.
I was on, y'all. I buried that home more than anybody in this room, I think. I was definitely, a 3 was in play. I'll go to my grave saying a 3 was in play on that hole.
Don't include us in the hundreds. It's been a minute for me.
I left it at 96. That's all I remember. I don't remember 3 was in play. Let's get past Jeremy. He ain't here to defend himself. I don't want to throw him out.
I don't know if I want to get into that match play thing that I come.
We can discuss that later.
Yeah, because I haven't done any
I'd love
more
to have
research on that.
We can bring up the Saudi League. Is that
Oh
on
yeah,
there?
no, I didn't put that on there, but that has been a big topic in the past day or two.
So who's the names that y'all sent that picture?
So Bubba,
Which
Kevin
blows-
Naw, or Nat, no.
No.
Yeah.
Kevin Naw.
No.
there's dang, I don't forget.
Was it Graham McDowell? Or no. That was a funny
Ian
one.
Poulter.
Yep, he
I
was
think you
one.
can see that one coming though.
It's a couple big names who haven't been competing. Like Bubba hasn't been. I don't even know the last time Bubba had a top 10. But Ian Poulter has not competed well in the past 20 years.
Are you looking that up, Bray?
I can't find it. I don't even see where you sent it.
You
sent it. You sent it today, didn't you?
Kevin
or
Naw,
yesterday?
his real claim to fame is that walk-off with Tiger.
Oh, yeah.
Like that, I mean, I don't know who Kevin Na is as far as how good he is.
Which blows my mind. So here's what you sent that day, and earlier that day, Bubba had posted a screenshot about planning out my summer. Here's my schedule.
That's what it was.
And it's April, May, June, July. And I wonder, like, if he posted this on purpose, knowing that news was dropping in the Saudi League.
Yeah, he may have been.
Because this says just the summer. This ends in July. So I wonder if he's showing people he's playing through July and then.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, because I don't think the Saudi, those.
They only have like 8. Right?
Yeah, and those tournaments, I don't think they start until around then.
Which I wonder if he'll get to, because he's a Masters champ, 2-time Masters champ.
Yep.
So if he makes the move, I know they said that that's different than the PGA Tour. Well, what people are going to be thinking about him if he comes back just to play.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot. I mean, if you had the opportunity to go make $10 million, so your final contracts, Oakley's not going to drop him. Ping's not going to drop him.
He's got Link Soul as his clothing.
Yeah, nobody's going to drop him for playing there.
But you're just missing out on the, like, if the PGA Tour says what it says, you're going to be banned for life from the
I
PGA
don't
Tour.
think they can do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it'll be too big a lawsuit because I mean they already. It's not like they're on a football team or baseball team.
Yeah, they don't have
Everything's
these
covered.
They don't have these players signed on contracts.
Yeah.
But
So
they can say who they want,
I guess
like
so.
let in,
Yeah,
right, for
absolutely.
tournaments.
Yeah.
But I guess Bubba could. He's probably fine with making a lot of money. Then I guess I can play all the majors because I'm a major champ.
Yeah.
And they're different, which that'd be fun too. But it's just a legacy of being like, when you grow up as a kid, you're like, I want to make it to the PGA Tour, not the Saudi Golf League.
I think about that too. Like,
I want to walk Augusta. I want to walk
Of course, in Dubai.
Cherry Pines.
Dubai. You know, he's already done it. You know, his legacy in the PGA Tour is probably not going to get much more different. You don't think?
Yeah, he's a 2-time winner.
Yeah, and I think I was thinking about this today. Like, it's going to be really, really hard for those guys. Like, whenever somebody like in the top 300 in the world goes over there and wins $4 million on the first tournament, they're going to be like, I could go over there and do that easy. So why not do it? Yeah, I think the more it goes on, the more it gains traction.
It'll be interesting to see. Like, they're the sacrificial lambs. Like, are they going to get invited back to any tour events, or is everybody going to hate them?
Like you say, Rory. Like Rory's very consistent in the top 20.
Oh yeah.
But if he goes over there, he's an all-star.
Yeah.
Like Bubba isn't touching Rory's coattails playing.
Him,
Kevin Na, Ian, none of them are competing, and Rory goes over there, wins $20 million in a couple weeks, and
which is interesting too. That it's Na, Bubba, and Ian, because those three people are not the most popular people on the tour too. Like, there was a poll several years ago where it was like most disliked tour player, and it's by their peers, and Bubba was voted most disliked.
Really?
Yeah, this was like a couple years when I first got into golf. I remember. And so it's not like he's a liked person really by a lot of people. So it's like, oh, it don't matter. I'm going to go play over here. He's going to make good money.
Yeah. They got, there was something that Foreplay said this morning, and I can't think of it, how they worded it now, but they got a lot to deal with.
Who?
If they
go?
Well, yeah. Okay, now I remember what it was. I was having a brain fart. But they said, like, how Bubba's been really honing in on like the TikTok thing.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
making all these videos, and I think he's been promoting a little bit of like the PGA Tour in that. So that's kind of surprising too that he would take that turn.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know, it'll be interesting to see.
I would, Bryson and DJ probably all were very close to it,
Oh, yeah.
and then
They
talked about it on Subpar that somebody probably gave them notice that it was going to drop, and
Then they backed out.
So we're talking about Greg Norman, right? The LIV is the same as Sonic?
yeah, it's all the same.
Which Greg Norman's a pretty well respected person, so I don't understand it. I don't get why that you can go play the European tour, but you can't go play another league or tour.
And I mean, they already have events over there, so I don't know why it's. I think because
It's probably some kind of politics we don't know about.
Phil stepped out
Yeah.
and said, "Hey, they're the big bad tour."
Yeah. It
Now
probably
it's
would
looked like it's terrible.
Yeah, if it wasn't for him, it probably wouldn't have gotten so much heat on it, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, everybody knows where the money's coming from. Everybody knows what they do over there, how rough it is. But,
they sponsor a ton of stuff already.
I know.
Like there's women's events,
Oh, yeah.
which is crazy considering what they do to their actual women. But
Yeah.
I mean, there's women's events. There's other sporting events that go there, and nobody.
That made me
Says anything.
think
anything.
about, they were talking about the WWE going over there and doing their thing. And that was like a couple years ago. And when the WWE got over there, something happened to where they didn't want to do something that the Saudi guys wanted them to do, and they literally wouldn't let them leave the arena. They
man.
pretty much was like, no, you're staying here and you're going to do it, or we're not going to let you leave.
That'd be so scary.
Yeah, I'm sure there's on a threat of death.
Yeah.
It's very similar to how they talk about the NBA in China,
Oh, yeah.
but everybody else does business in China. I mean, there's baseball, there's Chinese football leagues, and it's all the same. It depends on who steps up and says something compared to.
It'll be interesting to see if those
They're
names
good.
really go.
Yeah.
Like they really
Lee
do.
Westwood was the other one I just saw.
Oh yeah,
And,
Which I mean,
yeah, he's at the end of his run
Yeah.
anyways.
they're all the same.
Yeah.
to me.
exactly, they blend.
So it'll be interesting to see if they go and what it turns into. Is that it on the thing?
I mean, you got a couple of questions. I feel like we've been talking a lot about the PGA. If you wanted to go to our PGA golfers too sensitive for sound.
Oh, I asked that because I saw a clip. It was
Them all backing off every time.
yeah, it was like a guy chipping and I don't know, a phone went off or something. He turned around, he blamed the chip on that, and then it was like this wasn't a sound, but when JT told that guy to shut up.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I like that one.
Bump and run, greens are fast.
Yeah.
Are
But
you
like,
good?
how often if I'm chipping and somebody takes a photo right when I chip, can I really blame that? Or I guess at that level, I don't know if you're playing for that much money.
Yeah.
They talk about Earl training Tiger and jingling keys in different spots.
Oh, so it wouldn't
he's
bother him?
impervious to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually going to bring that up.
But do you think they're too sensitive compared to other professional athletes that play in arenas and there's loud noise? And
Yeah.
are they kind of?
I don't know. I saw this today. I had a lot of time this morning to kill, and I watched way too much TikTok.
HCL, he ain't with it.
Well, no, it was just a slow thing we were doing this morning. But anyways, they were showing the demise of Bryce Harper and how people hate even though he's such a good player, people just hate him. And
They've always hated him.
yeah, and pretty much you can almost they were showing all the reactions of people or things that he would say back to people if they were
chirping him.
chirping him, yeah. And that was kind of funny, and it made me think about there's a lot of stuff that I think people heckle at golfers, and most of the time they don't respond, I would say.
Like Brooks.
But Bryce
Bryce,
he'll just be he'll turn around and start yelling at people. And, in the stands. It was pretty funny, honestly.
Which golf is already a weird sport because you're the PGA Tour pro. I could stand this close to you, and nobody's freaking out. Why is he that close to him?
Yeah, and then it's quiet.
Yeah,
There's no sport where it's silent.
which I don't get. I don't understand, honestly. When we all go play, and everybody's you're talking, and your buddy's about to drive. You're like, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you start
That usually
talking.
messes me up more when everybody's yeah.
Stop. We're watching.
I'd rather have music playing.
Cameras are watching.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all watch. He's going.
Yeah.
I'd rather
I
have
hate
music
that.
playing and everything.
Did y'all notice at on Scotty Scheffler's fourth putt, whenever he was, he kind of like looked distraught a little bit, and the crowd started cheering him on, and they were like, Scotty, you know, doing that. And then all the members got up and was like, hush, hush, you know, the people around the greens working at the Masters were telling everybody to calm down. And, you know, like, at any other event, I feel like they would have just let him. Because I feel like at that point, he needed that. He needed to know that, like, everybody was there with him, wanting him to put it in the hole. You know?
I think golf could change in that aspect of all that. But sometimes I think they're too sensitive.
Yeah.
I think that's it for this episode, though. Episode 8. We think it's episode 8.
We got anything coming up?
We got...
I don't know anything on the
Me and Brady
schedule.
got a match coming up next weekend that... I have to explain how we guys in that situation.
$1,000 on the line.
$1,000 on the line.
Katie, he said 1,000.
I didn't say 1,000.
Maybe 1% of that.
Hey, we're at 151, I think, Instagram followers. At 200, I was thinking we give away a hat.
Yeah.
And maybe a few cut balls or something like that. So a big giveaway at 200. Got new head covers.
We can do a
coming
personalized.
Oh, yeah, give a sleeve, a personalized
Yeah.
one. That'd be sick. A sleeve, we have some personalized. We'll give a sleeve and a hat away at 200 followers. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, share, subscribe.
I might enter that.
Tell your friends.
We may buy some of these and get free Donia coating to do something. Sell
Hey,
some totals.
I heard they got a good worker.
Hey,
There we go.
they
It
work
depends
hard.
on if he's TikToking in the morning.
Oh,
or not.
Yeah. I do all that stuff in the afternoon.
Maybe
don't
you
worry.
can TikTok yourself making that so Mitchell
Okay.
probably has something to post.
yeah.
Okay.
Mitchell, you sleeping on it on our TikTok.
I know we're gonna need a new marketing manager.
I don't know enough about TikTok to jump into that, so I just stick on Instagram. But make sure you do follow us on Instagram at 200. We're going to do the giveaway. And we have another giveaway with Will, the guy making our head covers.
Oh yeah.
We're giving away a BSG head cover. So that'll be coming in soon. Y'all think of
So
anything? Got any
We need
matches?
something big for that.
Yeah, that's what he said. Or it's going to be like a collaboration giveaway.
We're working on a par 3 tourney, maybe for at
that'd
the
be
first
fun.
tee or the fields, and see if we can collaborate with them for a giveaway for
That'd be fun.
something.
And maybe raise some money
Good
for the
vibes
first
for the summer, or towards the fall, maybe when the
Yeah.
leaves turn some.
That'd be fun. Raise some money for them and hopefully raise some money so we can get some better equipment than our phones.
Yeah, we're working on being a real
Yeah,
podcast.
we're real. We want to be real.
Johnny, we're real, baby.
We're influencers. Meet you at San Marcos next Tuesday. God, there's one more I was going to say. I forgot it. Oh, well. Make sure you follow us. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We're going to get more videos knocked out ASAP. And then the match next Saturday. If everybody else wants to golf next Saturday, we're going to cancel on the other boys and we're going to golf with our buddies next Saturday.
Hey.
Just warning you. All right, that's it for this. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Catch you later.
Peace. See ya.